what's your point of view on solar leases versus buying solar outright?
My personal opinion is if you can buy solar, buy solar. Do not lease.
And the reason why, if you're watching this, the reason why is, one, when you lease it, it doesn't belong to you. It's an attachment or a lien on the property. It doesn't hinder the value of the property, but when you go to sell your house, the buyer actually has to go back to that lease company and say, hey, I'm buying this house, I need to qualify for this lease. And it'll affect your debt to income ratio, which we talked about in earlier videos. If you're buying solar and you're putting it on the house, it's an actual improvement. You get to write that off when you go to sell it, and you get the enjoyment of that. You get tax benefits and tax credit that year, sometimes depending on the state and federal, mood. So just so you know.
Hey guys, I know we're coming to the end of our time, but I wanted to bring up a question that we've been getting with the shelter in place and COVID season that we're in. Many people have been forced to work from home. And I wanted just to talk about for a moment on the home office expenses that are incurred there. So if you're an employee that had to work from home because of shelter in place and you're still working from home, or you worked from home for a temporary time point of view, I just wanted to let you guys know that years ago, we used to be able to deduct home office expenses on our tax return, but those deductions are suspended through the year of 2025. I wanted also to let you know that there is another option. There is an IRS code section 139, where back in 2008, President Bush deemed the country in a disaster situation. And with COVID, we are in a disaster situation with what we're dealing with COVID-19. And this section 139 allows business owners to pay for home office items that are needed for their employees and give that to them as a stipend to pay for a desk, a printer, webcam, whatever that they need from the home office. Now, the great thing is it's a tax deduction for the business owner, but it is tax-free to the employee for any home office expenses. So if you're somebody that is working from home and spent money on some home office items that are needed in order to do the job, check with your employer and let them know about Section 139. The other thing is, if you have a small business, the home office deduction is a fantastic reduction of self-employment taxes if you file a Schedule C small business sole proprietorship tax return. And so this allows you to deduct mortgage interest, property tax, utilities like PG&E and garbage, and it goes against your self-employment tax, which is 15.3%. And it's a great tax savings if you have a small business. But I just wanted to circle back to, if you're an employee, that Section 139, not many people know about it. Get educated on it. Talk to your tax professional about the benefits of it, because it's important to be educated on what you can do.
Yeah, and that's a great point, because I know a lot of people that work for companies as a W-2 earner. You're getting a paycheck. If you're a 1099, you get to write off a lot more expenses. And right now is the time to start a side hustle. And I have a side hustle. I know you've done a lot of different things, but I have a side hustle. My wife has a side hustle. And we have these little side businesses that produce a little bit of income that we can use to as a write-off to further help our tax write-offs. And they're true, legitimate businesses. It's not like I'm a bonsai guy and I have this one plant and I call this a business. It's a true business, right? And if you're struggling and you're a W-2 earner and you're making a couple $100,000 a year, start a side business. Go to Amazon, start selling camera equipment or what have you, that's a side business. It's a legitimate business, and you can use that to deduct what you were just talking about, right?
Absolutely.
So I know we're right there, right? Renee, it was awesome talking to you today. I appreciate this whole hour that we got to spend together. About 35 minutes with Dan.
He's going to harass you.
I'm gonna hear. Unfortunately, we're together the rest of the day, and I know this isn't the last I'm gonna hear of it.
I
started the day off by telling him I'd buy him lunch today, thinking that would ease things, but it hasn't.
Nope. That's okay. So I appreciate all your time. I hope if anybody wants to get a hold of you, I have your contact information down below. I'll have your contact information available to people to download and give you a call and ask you any kind of questions, right?
Absolutely. Glad to speak with anybody if they have questions, especially in buying the home.
That's perfect. I appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll be in touch for the next time we have some tax questions. And that's it for now, guys.
Thanks so much, Renee. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.